Hello, me again. When you make the choice to either go left or right, left being back to active addiction, right being sober, you have to stick to that decision and build on it. You have to do the things that come with being sober. You pretty much got to change everything you were doing in your life, because all them things lead to using, or things you did while you was using. And it don't take much to get us to decide to use. Like, it takes very little. The real hard, challenging part is finding things that we can find enjoyable and that we want to do. So, because being sober at first is boring, challenging, and just hard, because it's become so easy to use and put everything off that sucks. We put it off and pretty much forget it, and that's a big part of why we use, is to not feel. And when you're sober, you feel everything, and you gotta deal with things, because that's the only way to get ahead, is by dealing with situations and fixing them and moving on. And that's why things get so bad when we're using, is because we put everything off, we don't deal with anything, and shit just gets worse and worse, and we keep running and running. Like, when I look back, like, I was just being a scaredy cat, a pussy, whatever, when I think about it, because I just would run from all my problems. And that's what using did for me. It made me to where I didn't feel. I could just shrug things off, and I could just, go through every day, smiling and whatnot, because I didn't have any worries. I just blew it all off. And all that really did is left me with a big shit pile to go through once I did start to get sober. And I'm still dealing with stuff right now, today, that I put off and forgot about. I find new stuff every day. And it's a lot of work to go through all this and try to fix all the things that I messed up. But every day you tackle another problem, another issue that I hid from, and slowly I'm starting to rebuild a life that I want. Like, I want a house. I want to be able to have my bills paid. I want my credit score to go up. I want nice things. I want my son to have everything that I couldn't have or didn't have. I want him to have. Number one, I want him to have a good dad that's there for anything and everything that he needs. And that's one of my biggest worries in life, is my son. I mean, both my sons, but I got a little one, And I want to make sure that I do this right. I did an okay job with my first one. I wasn't there like I should have been because I was using. And both my boys are, a big part of my life today. That I'm trying to make sure that every day, I'm there telling them I love them, showing them I love them. And, you can't make up for not being there in the past, but you can sure make sure that you're there today. And that's what I'm doing. I don't know how to do everything, but I sure give it my best, and I feel that my best is good enough because it's coming out of the right place, from the heart. And I don't know, but just remember that it is worth getting sober. It is worth staying sober. It's worth fighting through the hard stuff so that way you can enjoy life. It's awesome waking up not needing to find something just to so-called feel normal, not be sick. You can actually accomplish things and get somewhere. Every day is a blessing. Make sure that you make the most out of every day. Don't put things off. Meet things head on and tackle them as they come. And just don't let yourself get overwhelmed. You gotta ask for help, because there is people out there to help you. You don't have to do anything alone. I mean, even perfect strangers like me are willing to help if you're willing to help yourself. So that was one of my biggest things in relapse, was getting overwhelmed and not asking for help and just putting on a big front, and that ended up me getting overwhelmed and relapse. I mean, people say relapse is part of addiction. It don't have to be, but unfortunately it does happen. When it does, you gotta be able to recognize that this ain't what you want. You want to be sober, and the only way to be sober is to stay sober. So if it does happen, if you do relapse, it's important that you recognize it and fix it right away. And wherever it caused you to relapse, you gotta fix that. You gotta not let it happen again, because if it happened once, it will happen again. And that's where I learned that letting myself get overwhelmed is a surefire way for me to relapse. So I got people around me that I know that if I'm starting to feel overwhelmed, I can talk to, and we can figure it out, and they don't judge me because they've been there themselves and they understand. And having people that understand and that has been there are the right ones to ask for help, because they know. And knowing is a big part of it. That little deer. But it's a blessing to do this, to look around, hey dear, and just enjoy living. But I hope you guys are all doing good and staying sober. And we will be back with another video here soon. Thanks, guys. Like and subscribe.